Hello everyone, welcome to 2K Watch Photography. My name is Roshan and today we will learn how to edit this beautiful dog's image from this to this. I know a lot of you were asking me to do a voiceover because for most of you guys it was too difficult to understand the text. Writing the subtitles, it was too difficult to follow along. So today this is basically my second voiceover video. I did my first voiceover video on this video, and to be really honest, I never watched this video ever since because I felt it was too cringy. But anyways, I need to do it because even editing those subtitles, it takes a long time, and if you guys don't understand, then there's no point. So this is my second voiceover video, and today we will edit this image. So let's get started. So the very first thing is that you need to use a RAW or a JPEG image. If you have RAW, it's well and fine because you can edit more details. I mean, if the image is overexposed, you can easily underexpose it without people noticing change. So first, go to the basic adjustment tab, and you can experiment with exposure, contrast, highlights. Usually what I do is I try to balance the lighting, and if it is balanced, then I'll try to make it more intense, like increasing the contrast or decreasing the blacks, so and also increasing the clarity. So you can try any of those things, and after it has been done, go to the color mixer section, and here I try to change those green color tones somewhat to yellowish because it does look good. And to do that, you have to go to the hue section, and you need to decrease the hue of green to yellow. I mean, you need to slide that green slider back to the left hand side, so it will turn yellow. Next is the curve section. In curve section, basically what you have to do is it is right below the basic section, and there you need to select that white curve, that is RGB, red, green and blue, and just pull it from the middle a little bit like that. And once you are done, what I suggest is you can create a, what do we call, a radial filter. Now I use radial filter mostly to create a sun, and this is what I like it. I like the most about it. So as soon as you do it, you have to increase the temperature and you need to increase the exposure. So once you do that, and once you actually cover it up with somewhat of clarity, I mean, if you just decrease its clarity, it actually looks like the sun. So that's what I love the most about that. So here we go. If you might have noticed, I've used this technique in many of my images, and it actually looks pretty aesthetic. So the blacks and all, you can adjust them according to your image. There's no hard and fast rule like if black should be completely down or completely up. It depends on your taste and depends on your image. So that's all I can say about that. Next is dehaze it. Yeah, you can dehaze your image. I mean, you know what dehaze means, right? It won't be that punchy. You can soften those colors. You can soften that light, so you can dehaze that image a little bit. And after you're done, what you can do is on Photoshop CC, this latest version 2021, you have a new feature of selecting the subject as well as selecting the background. So it is done in camera only. So to do that, first what you have to do is that first you need to go to the masking section, and there's an option of selecting the subject. After that, you can invert that so that background would be selected, and it will basically, all those adjustments will be applied on the background and not on that subject. So if you want, you can underexpose or overexpose it a little bit like that, and if you want, you can increase or decrease the contrast, highlights, and it totally depends upon your image. So if you want, you can increase the contrast like that, and you can click OK. Now I suggest you should create a duplicate layer, because you can do it by pressing Ctrl+D. So in case if there's any change or some mistake, you can always revert back. Now I'll again go first. I'll arrange that workspace to photography so that I can see all those adjustments which I need without going to camera raw filter. That is pretty much it. Now you can also create turns by slightly lifting the curve, that RGB curve, and you just need to lift it and decrease it slightly after you lift it from the left hand side. So you can do this, just slightly lift those RGB curves, and that is pretty much it. As you can see, our image is looking a bit natural, like naturally edited, and it also looks aesthetic. So thank you for watching.